Moab, Utah. We have big plans today. Today we're going to continue our adventure. If you've missed out on the previous videos, you have to go back and catch up. We are continuing our adventure. We are going to go to Arches National Park today. You have to make reservations to go into that park, and the only available reservations was to get us into the park between the hours of 1 and 2. So the girls, of course, are walking around downtown checking the local shops out before we can get in there. Then we're going to go grab some lunch, and then we're going to head into the park. I'm really excited about Arches. The way they have things set up now, the way it sounds, it's more pleasurable to go to. The way it used to be, it was so packed you could barely move. Well, with the reservation system, the way they're talking, it's actually going to be a plus. So I'll have to let you know on that part. It's a big donut. That's a really big donut. Just a normal donut with sprinkles. And it's huge. I don't think I can finish this donut. But I like this donut. It's a good donut. Through all the adventures that you guys have been with us on, I think the most recent one was the Copper Harbor, Michigan. This is definitely not a Copper Harbor, Michigan. Moab is an actual city. It's a booming town with a lot of traffic lights and a lot of traffic in it. Well, more traffic than what you usually would think of when you think of like a tourist kind of town. But it's great. Moab is full of, well, as you guys seen back there, Moab is one of those towns again that is full of adventure, full of livelihood. Everyone's out moving around. It's 92 degrees out, and you'd never guess it because the amount of people that are just out running around versus back home, it hits anything above 90, people start to cocoon inside the house. I'm really digging this town. I really, really am. Feel small yet? I can't say that enough. Your question was, are balancing rocks really balancing, or are they connected? I'm going to go ahead and say they are still connected.
They're still connected, but they're still balancing. There was a salt layer before this layer, or the salt layers underneath
the salt, the water is where the salt came from, because over 29 times this
We've made it to Arches National Park here in Utah. I'm very impressed. This place is beautiful. We had reservations that could get us in between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, then we can stay here as long as we want to. Before we got here though, we had some time to kill. And that's what we were looking at, the pyrographics? Pictographs or something like that, and that's what you guys were seeing on that wall. I've never been here before, and I gotta tell you, the reservation thing kind of had me upset there for a little bit. I think it's actually working out quite nicely because I've looked at pictures of Arches National Park. I've seen pictures of 3-hour waits to get in the gates. I've seen lineups just to go on these hiking trails. Nothing. It looks like a ghost town out here. I am very, very impressed. We're on a half-mile hike right now to see Double Arch. Once we get to Double Arch, we're going to hike a mile and we're going to go see the windows. Just hiking. Remember, fat truck driver, you're going to hear me breathe a lot. More sand. There's sand everywhere.
I sincerely do.
Mom's not going to do good in sand. Out of this world. The camera, this is one of those times you just say it. There's no way the camera can do this justice.
Didn't want to hear a crunch.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Kurt, this is a picture.
This is
Oh, that's really mine.
smile.
Alrighty. Alright, buddy, we ready for this one? Let's go get this hike done too. What's this one called?
The windows.
The windows? Alright.
North and south window.
Currently trying to decide which one's worse, sand or steps. Windows, arch, both north and south is what we're going to see now.
Yeah, we're from Washington. We went to a gas station here in the middle of nowhere. And on the gas price it said unleaded was a one arm and then yeah.
I'm so happy we came to Utah. So happy. Hello. Paige, I'm going to the other side. Yep. I think that one over there is called turret arch. That one looks pretty cool as well. Earlier I asked you guys I told you guys you don't know which worse, the sand or the steps. Steps are worse. Well, there's the south one. It's a big hole. Let's go see if we can find some shade to hang out. No one's over here.
And there was a nice breeze, but...
There is nobody over here.
Right.
We are by ourselves.
Do you think people just don't realize how close it is?
I asked if there was shade over here, and I was told no.
Nothing wrong.
So then I kept coming down and around, and that's when I found it.
Why is it 102 degrees out?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because it's summer and we're in a desert.
Why did they make that sign blue? Troy, oh, it's small.
So I'm a little concerned.
Here's where we're lying right now, guys. It is 104 degrees outside. Hiking is done. We did the 2 hikes and it's too hot, right?
It got too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot. So she's gonna let me use the Jeep. It's a gravel road.
The heat must have got to my brain.
The heat got to her brain. I get to pretend. You should see it. You should see it. I've aired down the tires because the road is all washed out. It's horrible washed out with, what do we call those ruffle strips?
Washouts.
Washboards. And so we're going to air them down, get a nice smooth out of it. But I'm pretending today. I really am. I got my phone set up on the dash. It's got us tracking on Gaia GPS. The whole works.
Can we go now?
Patience is not her thing. All right. This is so cool.
I'm not seeing it. What's it called again? Landscape arch.
Couldn't you just pull up on this grass? Thank you for airing down the tires.
Airing down makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Will you be able to air them back up though?
Yeah, if you want me to before we get to town, once we get to the highway. I can. I got my pump with me.
The compressor.
Yeah.
Mini.
Pretending is going quite nicely, guys. A little bit of, we are officially out of the park now, the Arches National Park, and we're on BLM ground, which is Bureau of Land Management. I love pretending. Will you let me pretend some more?
We gotta do other things too.
Look at those right behind you. You don't get to see that if you're on a main road.
Well, I didn't say that.
Okay. You can't beat the scenery when you're behind everything, when there's no people. Look at that. You drive back here, you find antelope.
Roll down your window, Troy. And stick your head out.
That's where I say those are a couple nice bucks.
Oh, I see her ears.
Those aren't ears.
Looks like a big fight.
All right, so what we had there was a 20-mile rugged, rigid, rough, beat up, battered up road. Granted, 8 miles of it was sand and dirt, and then the rest of it was well-groomed gravel. It was a gravel road like what we have at home. You guys really need to remember, I am pretending right now. I don't want to hear anybody in the comments, what are you doing, Schmidt, airing down and all that. Airing down really did help though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like in the round parts.
Kevin and Lucy. I like that name.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. They got the same mom, different dads.
Are they mixed?
No, they're
No?
the cardigan horses.
Oh!
It's a little bit less common, but they got these cool colors and they have big fluffy tails. And they're like slightly more relaxed. They're not quite as hyperactive.
And sometimes,
How you doing? Hey, pretty lady. Hey.
yeah,
What do you think of my hat?
I think it's pretty cool.
Do I look super sexy?
Totally.
Totally super sexy?
Absolutely.
I think so too. How you doing? Yeah, we've already covered the how you doing. Alright, our first day in Moab is in the books. Absolutely love you, Utah. Thank you for having us. We're not done with you yet. Tomorrow's going to be off the wall. You guys are going to yell at me though. I promise you guys will yell at me after tomorrow's video. I think I'm done. 12%, if you're wondering. The humidity is 12% right now. 12%. I could deal with that forever. I don't sweat. Top of the head gets a little red though. The sun is trying to kill you. You guys stay safe. As always, I will see you next time.